You awaken from nightmares of flying and falling. You find yourself in this strange place, the only illumination, an eerie green glow. You've lost your weapons and the contents of your backpack somewhere during the journey. All you have are the clothes and armor on your back. This leaves you with 4 burning questions. Where are you? How did you get here? Who brought you here? And how in blazes can you get out of here? No, make that 5 burning questions. What city did your luggage end up in this time? The deteriorated corpse has grown part-way into the cave wall. This is some kind of altar to the Dark One. The top is covered with sand. Torch holders flank the altar to provide light for nameless rites and unspeakable rituals. You take the torch. A brief search reveals a piece of hard grey rock, which you take, and some coins, 3 crowns and 13 kopecks. You are in a large cave, dimly lit by glowing lichen on the walls. Strange, irregular outcroppings of stone grow from the ground, looking like the skeleton of some enormous beast. Here and there, petrified human bodies seem to grow half in, half out of the floor and walls. You find 30 assorted copper and gold coins on the body. You find that. This torch is there's nothing in that did. You search the desiccated body. The only still usable item is a dagger, which you pick up. However, lying around the bones are some coins, 5 golden coins. Each have a crown stamped onto them, and 13 small copper coins, each stamped 1 kopeck. Light the torch in the sconce with the one you are carrying. You put the torch back in the sconce. You take the torch. You force the sphincter open with your dagger and pass through. You've made it into a large chamber. Stone valves, like the one you just passed through, apparently block 3 other passageways. There is a huge stone altar in the center of the room, and an exit to the south. You're in the heart of the cave. stone valves close off passageways leading in all directions. In the center of the chamber is a bleak stone altar covered with dark stains. Those scratches on the cave floor look deliberate. They must be a thief mark. The altar feels strangely warm to your touch, but leaves a deeper chill somewhere within you. You cautiously test the rope before crossing. It feels as though it's firmly anchored on both ends of the chasm. A rope might be useful, but it's firmly attached on both ends. You think about cutting it loose, but then decide that you may have to come back this way again. You just barely made it across the pit. You don't actually, you won't need it. A deep pit fills most of this hallway. A rope bridge spans the narrowest stretch of the chasm. You slip through the mouth of the cave, just in time to avoid being crushed by its closing jaws.
You are alive! Only one person has ever walked away from there before. Who are you? How did you get here? Oh, there are so many questions I want to ask you, but I have to get home quickly. It is so dangerous out at night in Mordavia. The town is due north of here. Be careful, there are many bad things wandering around. Good luck! Oh, by the way, my name is Katrina. I hope we meet again sometime. Farewell.
Rocks have formed an island within the goo. The cave mouth looks like the jaws of some horrid creature, waiting to chew up and swallow anyone who should be so foolish as to try to enter the cave. This symbol looks like a six-armed starfish, or perhaps like the tentacles of an octopus. You sense a feeling of strange, chaotic power from it. The six-pointed symbol seems to pulse with energy and comes loose in your hand when you touch it. You have the feeling that you may need this sign, so you carefully store it in your pack. The cloud symbol is a traditional representation of breath. And this symbol is really abstract. You may have seen it once before, described in an ancient book as the sign of essence, or one's inner nature. This looks like a throbbing heart. This strange symbol is the traditional magic representation of the senses. The archway above the path is inscribed with 8 arcane symbols. You recognize 7 of them, from Arcania 101, no doubt, as the symbols of blood, bone, breath, essence, heart, the mouth, and the senses. The 8th is new to you. It looks a bit like a 6-tentacled starfish, or perhaps more like a squished squid. Something about the symbol fascinates and scares you at the same time. The cloud symbol is a traditional representation of breath. And of course, the dark cloud symbol is a representation of bad breath. This is the symbol of blood in the form of a huge carved droplet. This symbol is a stylized representation of a crossed pair of bones. This symbol looks like a mouth with pursed lips. A pool of sticky, greasy-looking slime dominates this area below the cave. A stream of slimy goo oozes down the right side, and goo dripping on the path makes it slimy and treacherous as well. This tall standing stone has been carved so that the top looks like a squid is perched upon it. A delicately crafted bonsai bush looks totally out of place in a pool of dark, unhealthy-looking goo. Twisted, sick-looking tree holds tenuously to the central island. The path is dripping with slimy goo. You're having a hard time maintaining your footing on it. The standing stone. This tall standing stone has been carved. The Dark One sign does look a little like the top of this standing stone. So you try touching the sign to the stone. You feel a resonance between them, but nothing else happens. Nothing. You can't reach the bonsai from here, and the ledge is too slippery for you to climb on it. Perhaps you can try something else. That did. It doesn't. The hummock has an unpleasant squishy feel, but at least it's more solid than the rest of the swamp. You grab a handful of rocks. You missed the rock pile. You missed the rock. You missed the... You missed the rock. That loosened up the rock pile somewhat. You straighten out your jacket and retie your boots. Appearances count. You straighten... There is absolutely nothing in the little rabbit's fanny pack. Well, maybe a pocket watch, but you don't need one of those. Twin towers stand over the town wall, massive silent sentinels over the gate. Massive boulders help shore up. Some beautiful giant pumpkins are growing in the field. The huge boulder raises a solitary wooden staff high above the clearing. A familiar sense of peace and harmony fills you as you look around here. The smell of sweet flowers reminds you of Irana's peace in Spielberg. Your eyes are drawn to the staff in the middle of this lovely area. It is obviously a wizard's magical staff. The stone structure is warm to your touch, and you feel a sense of being protected. The staff feels warm and almost alive in your hand. You hear an eerie voice in your head.
This I must first do. The sacrifice of life for one of love.
You find yourself letting go of the staff very quickly. You sense magic radiating from the staff and protecting this area.
You! How did you get here? Why are you here? Few strangers come to Mordavia. I am the Burgomeister. It is my job to know everyone and everything that goes on here. Mordavia is a valley surrounded by mountains. There used to be a road which led from here, but heavy rains have created a swamp at the base of the mountain south of here. No wagons can get you in or out, nor can any person, except perhaps you.